Hello and welcome back into another Daily Fix. I am Steven Serda, filling in for my guy, Ron Hughley. I promise he's doing okay, and he will be back very soon. He's still out there, alive and kicking and doing tremendous. He will be back on Foolish Club Media here very soon. I do want to remind you guys, if you're new to Foolish Club Media and don't know what we do here, I encourage you to subscribe to us on Apple and Spotify, as well as head over to our YouTube page and check out everything that we're doing over there. We got plenty of video up for you. We got shorts. We got everything. We're doing these daily live streams Monday through Friday at noon. And if you've never joined us here on the Daily Fix, I'll give you a quick rundown. It's just a couple of quick topics. We don't keep you very long. We get you in and out and just talk about some things that are on our minds, mostly Kansas City Chiefs. And I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, and I got a couple other things. I also want to talk about the state of the movie industry and television at this current moment, because I've got some gripes about it. I also want to acknowledge the Kansas City Royals. If you followed me for a long time and you know anything about my personality, I do not follow baseball in any way, so I am not qualified to talk about what the Kansas City Royals are doing right now, but congratulations on them. They sealed the deal last night. They move on to the ALDS, so it's a very exciting time here in Kansas City, but that's about all I got for you. It was cool to watch them win a playoff series again, because I have not watched very much Royals baseball this season. But where I do want to start, and as you can see, it has to do with Chiefs defensive lineman Chris Jones. And Andy Reid's speaking to the media right now, and he did just say that there's no current update on wide receiver Rashee Rice. They're waiting for the swelling to go down in his knee before they do further testing. So might be a little bit more of a delay here before we actually hear anything or get any kind of update on Rashee Rice. But hopefully we'll get something positive on that front here in the very near future. But where I wanted to start out today is with Chris Jones and his dominant performance so far this season. He has been absolutely lights out. And we talked about it, I think, earlier in the week on the Daily Fix, that it's not just that he's been dominant. The case is clear that through the first month of the NFL season, Chris Jones has been the Chiefs' most valuable player. Like, he has truly been dominating in a way to start this season that we have never seen him. And for a player that's entering his age 30 season and a guy that over the years has been accused of disappearing at times, or maybe taking some plays off, maybe not playing the run game as well as he could, I don't think you can say that about him this season. I don't know if it's that they finally got the contract thing situated and he doesn't have to worry about money here for a while, and maybe he's got that behind him and now he is just like, I'm coming out. I understand that this defense is one of the best defenses in football, and I want to be the star player. I want to be the best defensive tackle in all of the NFL. But what has been so impressive about Chris Jones this season is that he has been totally dominant from start to finish in these games. Like, you can point to several moments over the first 4 weeks of the NFL season where Chris Jones is absolutely just wrecking dudes and absolutely dominating in every single way. And I think he's dominating this season in a way that we have never truly seen him dominate. And to do this at age 30 is incredibly impressive. Like, it's not just that he's the best defensive tackle in football now that Aaron Donald is retired. Like, he took that crown from Aaron Donald last season, and it doesn't look like he's going to give it back anytime soon. But the most impressive thing about this is that he's out here doing this as a DT. And I know they like to move him around the line a little bit so he can get the mismatches, and he's so athletic and powerful that he can just bulldoze any offensive lineman in the league. But he's outperforming some of the top edge rushers in the NFL, like the guys that are strategically placed against other offensive linemen to give them the best matchups possible, like TJ Watt and Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and all of these guys across the league. Chris Jones is outperforming all of those guys so far this season. He has been absolutely dominant. He's got 3 sacks in 4 games, but you just see the pressure that he is putting on opposing teams week after week after week, and he has been absolutely insane. Like, I just can't stress enough how impressive he has been to start the season. There is no more important Kansas City Chief right now than Chris Jones, and I'm hoping this is finally the year that he can pull it off, that he can put it all together and finally go out and get himself in that defensive player of the year category. Because if he plays like he has the first 4 weeks of the season, the rest of the way, and continues to just absolutely dominate and decimate everyone that he is going up against, I think this is the year. I think this is the year that he is finally going to do it and put it all together. Next thing that I wanted to get to on today's Daily Fix, again, please make sure you subscribe, rate, and review everything we're doing here on Foolish Club Media. Make sure you check out our YouTube page. Head over there at Foolish Club Media. I'm thinking about the Chiefs offense and, the questions that we have about Rashee Rice and, is he going to be back this season? Are the Chiefs going to make a move ahead of the trade deadline to try to bring in another pass catcher and try to get this figured out? Or is it just they're going to roll with Xavier Worthy and Justin Watson and Sky Moore and McCole Hardman and this group of pass catchers that right now doesn't really look that much better than the group of pass catchers that they had last season, except for the fact that I think you can easily say the early returns on Xavier Worthy are much better than anything you ever got from Kadarius Toney. So I already feel better about the pass catchers in that regard. But I think the Chiefs are a run-first team now. I think they are run the football, control the clock, try not to turn it over, try not to shoot yourselves in the foot like we saw them do all last regular season and like we've seen them do repeatedly through the first 4 weeks of the season on the offensive side of the ball. I think that they are going to run the football on Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. I think they're going to lean on that defense. And then occasionally, hopefully, you get a couple of shots downfield from Patrick Mahomes. And obviously, they'll get Travis Kelce more involved now because they don't really have any other choice. Like, they absolutely have to. But the Saints have a very good defense. And it is a tough matchup. And the Saints' run defense isn't like the brick wall that it used to be. For several years, it was just one of the absolute best rush defenses in all of the NFL. But it is still a very good defense overall. Tyrann Mathieu playing out of his mind to start this season. So that's something to watch. That's going to be a matchup to watch against Travis Kelce on Monday night. But I'm just curious how we're feeling about the Chiefs ground game right now. Because honestly, I was pretty impressed with Kareem Hunt. I didn't think Kareem Hunt had as much juice as he showed against the Los Angeles Chargers still at this point in his career. But I thought he showed some pop and, he's got the fresh legs maybe because he's just coming off of the couch and we'll see if he can maintain that. But they'll get Samaje Perine back in the mix. And I know Carson Steele's got the fumbling issues, but I don't think that Carson Steele is I don't think that the Chiefs are just going to totally phase him out of the offense. I think they still like him as a young player. He's an undrafted player who has already given them more than they probably ever could have expected from him. So I think he'll still be in the mix. But like I already mentioned, I just think the Chiefs are a defense-first team right now. And until something changes drastically on the offensive side of the ball, I think we're going to see them lean on Kareem Hunt and Carson Steele and Samaje Perine a lot. And hopefully that ground game will continue to produce, and it will set up the deep shots to Xavier Worthy's stuff over the middle of the field to Travis Kelce. And at the end of the day, we just want to see the offense look easy again. We just want to see them be able to move the ball with ease, not turn it over, and not have all these 3 and outs, not have all the red zone issues. And I think that starts by simplifying things with the ground game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Final thing on today's Daily Fix, and this is really just a rant about the movie industry and television at the current moment. So Batman 2 scheduled to release 2 years from today in theaters. I hope you all saw The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. It was fantastic. I love Matt Reeves' work. I'm very excited about The Batman 2. Can't wait to see the direction that he takes the modern Batman franchise, because I think the first one was absolutely tremendous. But I just hate in this online culture today, as someone who loves movies, is a diehard movie cinephile nerd and watches tons of TV, reads tons of books. I just consume lots of things. I just hate it's scheduled to release in 2 years today. In television, it's you watch one season of a television show that you absolutely love, and it's yes, I want to watch more of that. I want to binge watch several seasons of this, and it's oh no, it's been 4 years since the last time they made a season, but supposedly there's a new one coming out. I don't understand why it takes so long to produce things. And I don't even have that big of an issue when it comes to the movies, because movies are complicated. They're hard to put together. It's really hard to make a movie and make it well, especially today with the way studios work and the way streaming works. So I don't have an issue with that. It's just this whole, it releases 2 years from today. The odds are much hire, it's going to wind up being delayed. There's going to be some other issue or whatever. Something's going to come up and it's not going to be released. Like, I just hate this. Oh, it's releasing 2 years from today, or it's going to release in 3 or 4 years, and we just have to sit around and wait on it. Let's just start producing things at a faster rate again. I'm watching Alias with my girlfriend right now. It's tremendous. You think they wasted 4 years in between seasons of Alias? No, that didn't happen. Like, I kind of miss the days of these old network television shows, like quality shows like Alias and things like that, or HBO series. Like, even they're bad about it now. Even now on HBO, it takes years to get things produced. Can we just speed up the process a little bit? I just want to watch good stuff. I just want to consume things. That's all I want. And I also want us to stop announcing things that are coming out in 2-3 years. I think it's just absolutely dumb. But that's all I got for you. Thank you guys for tuning in to the latest episode of the Daily Fix. I'll be back tomorrow at noon, filling in again for Ron the Show Hughley. Make sure you head over to our YouTube page at Foolish Club Media and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Make sure you review. We appreciate everything that you guys have done to support us. We'll be back tomorrow at noon.